So, you know, the ability to go against him that day, just him versus Mike, he lived for stuff like that. So I remember that game. You know, he wasn't calling no plays, and every time Mike scored, he knew he had to score. Whatever Mike was doing, he had to do it or outdo him. That's what you do when you go up against a great player, AKA your idol. You gotta let them know that you're coming to take their spot.
NBA superstars are judged by their championships. In 1991, Michael Jordan and the Bulls secured their first, knocking off Magic Johnson and the Lakers. To some, a passing of the torch from one great dynasty to another. But now, a new challenge emerges from Los Angeles. A young Lakers team who tonight will lean on their high-flying youngster, Kobe Bryant. An iconic aerial view of downtown Chicago. And we are courtside inside United Center. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we expect a packed house for this matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the hometown Chicago Bulls. With Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Mike, this could potentially be a preview of the NBA Finals.
Kevin, coming off 2 straight titles, the Bulls have to be considered the favorites in the East. They've weathered injuries, most notably the absence of Scottie Pippen, but make no mistake, they'll be ready come playoff time.
They got a good challenge tonight. And Clark, looking at the Lakers, talent inside and out with Shaquille O'Neal, who's not going to play tonight, all-star Eddie Jones, and the terrific rising star Kobe Bryant. Clark, how do they stack up in the loaded Western Conference?
Kevin, I think they stack up quite well, but I also think that Utah will be heard from. They'd like another shot at the Bulls in the finals, but you look at this Lakers team, they are young, up and coming, and I think they've got a chance, a nucleus of players where they've got a chance to be good for a very long time.
Now taking a look at the starting lineups for the Lakers. They'll have Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones at the 2 guard spots. Rick Fox and Robert Horry at the forwards. Eldon Campbell is manning the middle once again, filling in for the injured Shaquille O'Neal. And for the defending champion Chicago Bulls, Ron Harper is in at the 1 and Michael Jordan joining him in the backcourt. Tony Kukoc at the small forward, the rebounding machine. Dennis Rodman at power forward. Luke Longley is back in the starting lineup after missing Monday's game with a sprained ankle.
And both of these teams missing star players with injury. For the Bulls, Scottie Pippen recovering from foot surgery. And for the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal is out until Christmas with an abdominal strain.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Jordan. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Hey, Clark, when you talk about the absence of Scottie Pippen, it's been rumored he'd welcome a change of scenery.
You're exactly right, Kevin, and those are more than just rumors now. I mean, he said on multiple occasions he'll never play for the Bulls ever again. With the trade deadline approaching in February, some tough decisions for Chicago's front office.
It's hard to say he'll never play for the Bulls again. That seems a little harsh.
It does, I agree. You know, he's done it 9 times throughout his career already, and Michael Jordan about to do it again, averaging 26 points a game, which leads the NBA.
What's remarkable is 26 points is actually a low average for Jordan. He's put up nearly 32 points per game through his first 12 seasons.
My goodness, that dude is good.
And he makes that one.
Clearly, he's found his rhythm early in this one, looking to score whenever he can, whenever he has it.
And this team encourages him to be active on offense because they understand how dangerous he can be.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Van Exel. Those 3 pointers off the mark. And some key injuries on both sides of the ball. And for more information on that, let's bring in David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Michael Jordan has been dealing with a dislocated index finger in his right hand. When talking to him before the game, he said he has no feel to his shots, and that's why they've been flat. As a result, he's changed his game and is operating more in the post, much like he did during his years in North Carolina. We'll see if that continues tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, the hand is a concern. D.A., thank you. And Jordan Mike is still scoring at a high clip, but there's been a slight drop in efficiency we've seen.
Well, you can really see it in his three-point shooting. In 23 games this season, he's attempted 31 threes, shooting just 19%. But in the 3 seasons prior to this one, he hadn't shot below 37% from deep.
David just said, Michael said to him, he has no feel to his shots, and that's why he's been flat. You have to watch that closely. And Coach Fratello will have to monitor that index finger on the shooting hand of Michael Jordan. He dislocated it about a week ago against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, it happened on a hard fall to the floor, and since then, you can see that he's been more selective with his jump shots.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. The Lakers making a switch here. Lions checked in. Lakers trail by 6. Well, Mike, it'll be interesting to see if this veteran Chicago Bulls team can slow down that Laker up-tempo offense.
What we have is a clash of different styles here. The #1 scoring offense of the Lakers versus the stout defense of the Bulls.
Great matchup.
Jordan has looked very sharp here early on, and that's not a good sign for the Lakers.
Van Exel against Harper. Trying to end the drought. Los Angeles with another miss.
Perhaps he was a little too open that time.
Won't see that from him very often.
Here's Kukoc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
From the opening whistle, their tempo has been the tempo of the game.
Not just on offense, but on D as well. They've completely set the tone for this game.
Now, here's Van Exel. To the right side. Here's Fox. Campbell, the pass to Van Exel. And again, the Lakers, no good. Going up against this Idle Clark on a big stage should be quite the test for this young Kobe Bryant.
There is no denying that is true. But what I like is the fact that this young man has the confidence to handle that pressure in big stage. But I think it's important that he try to idle himself down a little bit and not get too caught up in the individual matchup with MJ.
Yeah, that's good advice. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Van Exel never lacking for toughness. On that take, fended for himself quite well, overcoming some pretty tough defense.
Now, here's Harper. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Longley. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They could not have asked for a better start.
This is looking like a no contest already.
Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing, guarded by Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Van Exel. And the Lakers get it back. Or he gets the bucket.
Well, it hasn't been an ideal start to the season for the Bulls. They're currently 5th in the Central Division and have only gone 7-7 against teams over 500.
Still no need to worry. I'm not going to bet against these guys. I mean, they are back-to-back champs, and for good reason. I clearly expect them to turn things around, especially when Pippen gets back into the lineup.
Kobe Bryant, first personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Caffey comes in for Rodman. Burrell, he's checked in for Kukoc. And it's Brown in for Ron Harper. The Lakers also making some changes. Blunt, he's checked in for Campbell. And Derek Fisher is subbed in for Van Exel. Free throw good, Jordan. Here's Fisher. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Bryant. Pass to Fisher. Back to Kobe. Shot on the wing. Here's Blunt. Chicago grabs a miss. Here's Jordan. Brown kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Kobe. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 18 points in the game.
Matching up against Jordan is not just a physical battle, it's also a mental battle. And Bryant is having to learn that the hard way.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Bulls lead by 14. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back to Chicago, where we've got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the hometown Chicago Bulls. And we're ready to start the second quarter. The Bulls leading by 14.
Well, about a week ago, in the same game that he dislocated his finger, Michael Jordan passed Moses Malone on the all-time scoring list, moving into third place. And now only trails Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So with Rodman on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Bill Wennington out there with Caffey. Then there's Burrell. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. Lakers trail by 14. And talking about Jordan, Clarkie passed Malone on the scoring list while playing in 461 fewer games. That's amazing to me.
It really is, Kevin. And at his current scoring rate, how about this? MJ could pass Wilt if he plays just one more season, but there's no guarantee that he will play another year. How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Like you said it, the Bulls defense has been dialed in to start this game.
Yeah, they've come out with great energy on that end. And made things tough for the Lakers offense.
Chicago making some changes. Longley's checked in for Wennington. Rodman comes in for Caffey. And it's Kukoc in for Burrell. And then for Los Angeles, Campbell comes in for Horry. And Van Exel subbed in for Fisher. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Blunt. Campbell with it, covered by Longley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Van Exel. The offensive rebound, Blunt. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Corey Blunt doing the work required to take advantage of opportunities on the offensive glass.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And they double up Jordan. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball call.
The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Jordan. And there's the pass to Rodman. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Lakers ball.
Ron Harper, he's checked in for Brown.
To the lineup for your Bulls, Ron Harper.
Lakers trail by 14.
After finishing last season as the league's highest scoring team, the Bulls offense has struggled to start the year, averaging just 92 points per game, which is the 5th lowest in the NBA.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge for some news on Scottie Pippen.
Thank you, Kevin. No doubt the Bulls have missed Scottie Pippen this season. He's been out after undergoing foot surgery, and he's expected to be back sometime in January. But there's still a question of whether or not he'll be playing for Chicago. Trade rumors have been circulating, and Pippen has said on multiple occasions that he will not play for this team again. Guys?
David, thank you. And Mike, it's hard to envision the Bulls moving on without Scottie Pippen.
Well, Kukoc has stepped up and played solid in his absence, but they need Pippen if they want to win their 3rd straight championship. He's crucial to this team.
In every way, you're right. Jones. And the Lakers with another miss. And with the Bulls offense, efficiency, Clark, has been a real problem.
Yeah, you know, you look at what they've shot, 43% from the field, only 30% from downtown, Kevin, and only 68% from the line. I mean, those all rank towards the bottom of the league. Maybe just a little bit of a championship hangover being experienced.
Yeah, perhaps. Those are very un-Chicago-like numbers. It's Rodman with the ball for Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. It's Chicago with another bucket. So far, Mike, so good for Jordan. That finger hasn't been an issue for him in these first two quarters of the game.
Yeah, he's playing through the discomfort and scoring well here in the early stages.
Now, here's Van Exel. Outside for Kobe. 16 feet away. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Really good decision from Jones that time. Excellent job finding the open teammates.
Kobe against Jordan. Outside, Rodman. Back to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 minutes.
Michael Jordan has now matched his season average of 26 points a game. Currently the highest average in the NBA. Michael Jordan, as you can see, Coach Fratello putting on a show for the home crowd, just scoring at will.
Well, with Kobe Bryant in town and all the hype around him, Michael had plenty of motivation coming into this game. And you can see it with how assertive he's been on offense.
Sure can.
Kobe Bryant is currently the top scoring reserve in the NBA. At just 19 years old, this young man is averaging 17 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and almost 2 steals. That is stuffing the stat sheet and playing just 26 minutes per game. And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the league. And so far, this hasn't been the case.
Now, here's Van Exel. Pass to Kobe. From 13, that one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
It's still amazing to me that Kobe is doing this at 19 years old. When Michael was that age, he was still a sophomore at UNC.
Here's Jordan. 28 points for him. Over Bryant. Again, Chicago.
Hey, I keep feeding him every trip. It's not complicated. He's been on fire this quarter. Feed him the rock.
Van Exel against Harper. Van Exel kicks to Bryant. Pass to Blunt. Here's Van Exel. No good from outside.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that offense.
Kukoc gets the bucket.
You know, their offenses look a little more tied together, more cohesive when compared to the opposition's, which is why they're shooting a better percentage.
Yeah, and give the coaching staff credit for how they are guiding this team, getting the guys to run their plays.
And so it's Chicago closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. It's a gorgeous December night here in Chicago as the Lakers and Bulls are getting set to start the second half. Welcome back, everyone. We've got a fun matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the visiting Los Angeles Lakers. Chicago leading by 20.
While Shaq's been out, Eddie Jones has been the Lakers' leading scorer, and he was named the NBA Player of the Month in November, with averages of just over 21 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2.4 steals per game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Horry is out there with Campbell. Then it's Jones, and it's Fox, and it's Van Exel, and at the point guard position. Here's Fox. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Team foul.
Outside, Jones. Kicks it to Van Exel. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. They get the rebound. Campbell. Rodman with the defensive effort.
You expect to get 2 points there. A little unlucky for them.
The drive by Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He's out ahead of the pack on both sides with his scoring so far. Playing with a lot of intensity and refusing to be denied.
And with Jones, Clarkie's coming off a 32-point performance last night in the Twin Cities against Minnesota.
Kevin, no denying he's been great offensively, but you also can't overlook his impact on defense. I mean, he's been one of the league's premier wing defenders this season.
And we know player of the month, as we just talked about.
Yep.
Outside, Fox. From deep. And the Lakers with another miss. The Bulls are doing a great job, Mike, of keeping the Lakers out of transition, which they love, and limiting those easy scoring opportunities.
Yeah, they've controlled the pace of this game, Kev, and have prevented the Lakers from playing their preferred style of offense.
Done a great job.
They're starting to idle down and settle in. Much better shot selection this half.
Yeah, they're showing great patience at the offensive end.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
Passes to Jones. Back to Van Exel. Over Harper. Longley grabs the miss. Longley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jordan outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Jordan's got 39.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points.